Britta, welcome to In Conversation With. It's so great to have you. Thank you for spending a few minutes of your busy time to chat to us and allowing our audiences to get to know you a little bit better. So you've had a stellar career. For over 18 years now, you've been basically consulting across so many different organizations, designing leadership programs, learning journeys, really having an impact, in business performances, but more importantly on the people side of organizations, which is quite similar to what you're doing at IECL. But I wondered if you could take us through your role exactly and what it is that you do at IECL.
Yes, so I am head of development, was head of design, and the change of title reflects the changing scope, I guess, of the role. So we're building a team now to really address the leadership challenges of the future. And what that means is being able to design from a strategic point of view and then from a learning journey point of view for leaders themselves, really transformational experiences in leadership consciousness, in thinking differently and acting differently to respond to the challenges and opportunities we have in this very, very fast changing environment that we're now operating in.
So you've been with IECL for a few years now. You've been part of many amazing big projects across, again, different industries. Where do you see IECL going over the next few years?
So I believe we have a huge role to play in creating a step change in leadership consciousness across a number of different types of businesses, but particularly in larger businesses that are sometimes quite slow to change. And there's a real need now to become more agile and more adaptable, to think on your feet, but also to make really complex decisions well and ethically. So there's a huge amount going on in our environment, and with our coaching background, with that deep psychology that we use in a one-to-one through coaching, we also do that in the way that we create these transformational experiences for leaders, in the skills and the attitude and the mindset and and everything that they need to lead effectively. So that's where I see us going, and that can be everything from working at board level on some really deep stuff, right through to helping graduates to hit the ground running when they walk into their first leadership role.
Britta, if you were to describe IECL in just a few short sentences, how would you describe it?
Well, the name is the Institute of Executive Coaching and Leadership. So I do believe we're an institution from the point of view that we have rigor in what we practice. We live and breathe a coaching philosophy, which means looking for and harnessing the potential of people. And we focus that, we shine that light on leaders. So what that means from a leadership development point of view is that we go quite deep with people. It's, what is your purpose? What do you believe in? How do you want to make a difference? What gets in the way of you making a difference? How do you change the world? That is what we're about. And we do that in coaching, but we also do that in other leadership development activities.
I guess you kind of answered my next question as to, why should organizations consider IECL when it comes to their coaching and leadership or people development side of things?
Well, I believe what genuinely sets us apart is the quality of our people. So we have people who are what we do. We have done a lot of work on ourselves.
We actually practice what we preach.
We do, and we understand how hard it can be. It's not. It's an uncomfortable place to be developing and heightening your level of consciousness, and your level of responsibility increases the more conscious you become. So that can be quite a tough journey, and I believe that we genuinely do that. And that means we're able to really help people in their journey in doing the same.
We come from a practical space. It's not just a theoretical delivery.
Exactly. That's it. Lived experience.
Exactly right. So Britta, 2020, new year, new beginnings, exciting new things. What should we expect from you and your amazing team at IECL?
Well, we're embarking on our own journey this coming year of making what we do accessible at any time, anywhere for people. So, the power in skills development is practicing, and we do a lot of face-to-face work, and we also have a blended approach to what we do, but we're wanting to make that even more accessible through the use of technology. So a huge change in the way we use technology coming up. And so that means, people being able to really access and make the most of the work that they're doing around their own learning.
I love that. So it's all about putting our clients' needs first and making it as easier for them as possible. That's fantastic.
I've always got my lens on the participant and the experience that they have and the impact of what we do on them, which then impacts the wider organisation and the people around them first of all. Yeah, absolutely.
Of course. Britta, what are you most passionate about?
So, my mantra is nurture that which sustains us. So, what that means to me is everything from the quality of our relationships. You know, human beings are relational creatures. We survive and thrive on the basis of having strong relationships. That's really important. How we nurture ourselves, you know, we have a vehicle, our body and our mind that takes us around, and how we nurture that, we need to do that. And then of course the environment around us, so how we affect and impact people, natural environment, you know, the structure of things. So all of that is really important to me. So having that focus of nurturing that which sustains us really keeps me going.
So outside IECL, who is Britta? What's your pastime activity? How do you wind down?
So I just love being in nature. Whether that's running and splashing around in the water at the beach with my dog, or whether that is snorkeling somewhere off the West Australian coast with my partner, or cycling with him, or whether it's horse riding in a rainforest. You find me in those places, I'm in my element, I'm in the zone.
Sounds amazing. Can I come? Can we get a little bit up close and personal? Just get to know Britta at a personal level. Tea or coffee?
I have a herbal tea when I wake up in the morning, and then I have a coffee after breakfast. So it's both.
Both. I like that. Cat or dog? But I heard you're a dog person. So.
Well, I have a dog, and I love her. She is, you know, anybody would love her. She is just amazing, but then of course I am biased. But no, I love cats. I'm an animal person. So if you say cat or dog, I'm like, oh, but they've both got such different qualities.
What's your favorite cuisine?
My go-to is Italian food, proper home-cooked, fresh from the garden, and you know, the produce, just that, yeah. You put that in front of me, I will eat all day long.
Favorite holiday destination?
The coast of Italy and the countryside of Italy, the rainforests of Sri Lanka, the coral reefs of Western Australia.
What are you currently reading?
So I just read Michelle Obama's Becoming, and I am currently reading Dark Emu, which is probably the most enlightening book I have ever read.
Amazing. Britta, thank you so much for spending some of your time with us and answering some of these questions. We look forward to some awesome things out of you guys over the next few years.
Great year next year.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Britta.